Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic of SVG, that is how we can connect SVG with JavaScript. Because sometime you might have seen that yes, in project SVG is already utilized with some JavaScript code, right? So in this session, we will be discussing that also, like how to utilize this JavaScript along with SVG. Okay, so by the end of this session we will be able to create one example where we will be using JavaScript also with JavaScript along with SVG. Okay, and we will discuss each and every required step, like how we can write the functions. And in case if you don't know about JavaScript, it's completely fine because we are just going to use one function of JavaScript, but in detail we will discuss whenever we are going to create a playlist for JavaScript. But for now we are just focusing on one portion, so I'll explain you everything from scratch itself. Clear? Fine. Now like before we proceed, I just want to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be very easy for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for time being, we are just mainly focusing on the topic, which is how to use SVG with JavaScript. Okay, fine. So I think now we are good to start. And here if we talk about the code is very simple and straightforward. We are just using one let me scroll it up. We are just using one title in the head section, then there is body, and let me put end body. Yeah, so there is one heading which is showing HTML by Sharmit. Now what we will do, we will put another heading here, and this heading would show, we can simply write here like what we will write SVG with JavaScript. Okay, now you can save it and refresh the browser. So once you refresh the browser, you will see that HTML by Sharmit with SVG with JavaScript is populated. Now we all know that everything will be drawn on the SVG itself. So let's draw the SVG. Let's include the SVG. So you just need to write here SVG element. Here we will set width, height and length. So firstly I'll set the width, which would be 1000, and then we will set the height would be 500. Then we will set style. In style we will put border 5px solid, spelling is wrong, solid black. Perfect. Now you can save it and refresh the browser. So once you refresh the browser, you will see that one SVG area is covered through this, and the main purpose of including border is just to show the area that is covered by the SVG, and we can see it easily that yes, this is the area that is covered by the SVG. Now what we will do, we will simply include here the shapes. We will draw the shapes. Okay, and once we draw the shape, we will also see that how we can utilize the JavaScript along with this. So if we talk about the shape, so first shape that we are going to draw here is the circle. So write a comment here, draw a circle. Okay, now you can simply see that one circle has been added on the screen. And now what we will do after this, after writing this thing, we will draw the circle required attributes and element. So let me include the element here. Here we will write circle. In circle we will write ID, because ID would be used when we are going to refer this. So I provided it as circle 1. Then we will provide the CX value. CX value would be 50. CY value would be 50 again. Then we will set the radius. Radius would be 25. Then we will set style. Style would be here we will set fill red. Now you can simply save this thing. Just save it and refresh it. So once you refresh it, you will see that one small circle has been added on the SVG. Now after this, what we will be doing, now let's discuss the requirement. So the requirement is that we want to add one button here and we want to make a functionality that whenever user click on that button, the radius of the circle should change to 50 instead of 25. Okay, so for implement this thing, what we will do, we will include the SVG along with JavaScript. Clear? Fine. So now let's see how we can do this. So firstly, like we need one button. So to draw a button, to include a button, let me put comment here, create button. I'm just putting this comment so that you can refer it later, and it will show you like how we are using. Okay, so we just added create button. Here I'll use input element to include the button. You can also use button directly, but for now I'm just using input button. Type would be button. Then we will set here value. In value we will set change radius. Okay, then we will set here the on click. So on click would be here we will provide the function name, whatever function we are going to use. So here I'll write change radius. So this is my function name, and we will open and close the parenthesis. Fine. So we are ready with this thing. After that we will simply write here like this. All right, so we are ready with this button. Let's save it and let me show you the thing. So now if you click on this, it will do nothing. Why? Because we have not written the actual function. So it's time to write the function. So to write the function, we will write the script. Now here create function using JavaScript. Okay, so here we will create the function using JavaScript. So after that, what we will do here, we will write here script. In script tag we will write all the JavaScript, but remember one thing, JavaScript is completely case sensitive. So whatever you are writing here, make sure that it should be in the same case, otherwise it won't work. So we will just simply create one function here. I'll write function name would be change radius, so it should match with this, otherwise it won't work. Opening closing parenthesis and then the curly braces. So this is the structure. If you don't know it, completely fine. We will be discussing everything of JavaScript also, but for now we are just using one function just to show you the thing. Okay, fine. So just after this, what we will do, we will write here document dot ment. I think there is something wrong. Document dot get element by ID. Then we will put circle 1. Okay, it should also match with this. I think here we are using small c, so make it capital, otherwise it won't work. Perfect. Document dot this, and then dot set attribute, and here we will write r, which is representing the radius, and radius would become 50. So comma, and then we will write here 50. Then you can simply save it and refresh it. Let's refresh it and click on button. So once I click on this button, you can see the circle radius has been changed. So this is what exactly we were looking for this example. So this was the same requirement, right? We wanted to increase the radius of the circle. Similarly, like you can decrease also, it is up to you. Okay, it is not always fixed that you have to do the same thing that I am doing here. You can firstly implement this thing. Once you are comfortable with it, you can explore your own, so that you can learn more thing, right? So you can try to reduce the radius. You just need to put radius. Let's say if I make it 10, save it, refresh it. If I click on radius, you can see circle is changed to small. Okay, so it is totally depend on you, like how you are going to utilize it. And in fact, like it is not only for the radius, you can use it for any purpose, color change and motion, like if you want to show any particular motion, right? So that also you can implement with the help of JavaScript function. So here we have just used this part of JavaScript because I just want to show you how it is utilized with SVG, and I think now you have clarity on this, like how to utilize JavaScript with SVG. Clear? So I think now we are good with this session, and almost we are done with SVG series. So we have covered almost every topic, every required topic for the scalable vector graphic. We have covered canvas graphic, we have covered basic HTML. So it's time to start with a new series where we will talk about the CSS. We will try each and every new functionality of CSS. We'll learn from basic to scratch. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.